Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.
Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Flag Anthem. Please go to flagandanthem.com. Use our promo code 365sports for a discount at checkout. These are the top 5 things college football czar Paul Catalina, that's me, would do. These are the first things I would do in my administration. That is never going to happen, by the way. They're never going to call me and say, Paul, fix this. Sadly, they will not. And here's the deal. I come pretty cheap. I would do it for less than most would ask for. Number 5, enhanced cross-conference scheduling. Right now, there are some teams that have a cross-conference rival. For example, Georgia and Georgia Tech, or Clemson and South Carolina. That's fine. If you don't have one of those, you can jump into our let's find you a cool game portal, because you're all going to have different 9 games. Also, I would also offer incentives. I don't know what, but for teams to maybe have their 11th game against another Power 4 team, or, let the group of 6 come in and rotate through some of those as well. That way your fans get to see different games, but they also get protected rivalries. And say you're the border war, something that wasn't played regularly between Kansas and Mizzou. We're going to codify that as your regular cross-conference rival. And then we're going to create some other things. But that way, when you look at a schedule as a fan, you're like, oh, cool. Texas plays Oregon this year. I mean, that Texas and Oregon would do that, so that's probably not the best example. But if you're a fan of Vanderbilt, you could be like, oh, awesome. We get to play USC. If you're an A&M fan and you get to play Penn State or something like that, that's going to only make you excited. And it doesn't rely on these different, like, well, we're going to do home and home and you're going to do 2-1 and all that. No. We'll just create a formula like the NFL has of moving things around while protecting cross-conference rivalries. Number 4, 5 for 5. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Arby's 5 for 5. I know Garrett is. Arby's used to have 5 roast beef sandwiches or 5 beef and cheddars for $5. It was magical, and I thought it gave me an opportunity to talk about the good old days in this segment. Red shirts need to be over with. Sadly, like the 5 for 5. But no, red shirts need to be over with. 5 for 5 eligibility. It was announced by the NCAA yesterday that would not be coming in 26-27, which is kind of understandable considering there's a great deal of eligibility lawsuits going on right now. But once they figure all that out, I would go to 5 for 5 immediately, because it makes the most sense. It is absolutely imperative for us to get rid of 6th, 7th, 8th years, and 6th year should only happen in medical redshirt. But there should not be 7th and 8th year players in college athletics. It's absolutely insane. It's not helping anything, and it's not making your team better. I'm telling you right now, there are some instances where it helps your team. In most instances, if you have a 6th or 7th year guy, it's not helping you right now. It's not helping you anymore. COVID was a long time ago. We need to get back to some normalcy here. Number 3, stop asking Congress for help. I don't know what side of the political aisle you fall on, but if you are naive enough to think that these dunderheaded nitwits in Washington are coming to help NCAA athletics, you belong in the same room with those dunderheaded nitwits. They are not coming to help. They're not coming to help anytime soon. This is not something that they really care about other than saying that they care about it. It is a lot of hot air. The SCORE Act is illegal based on numerous court cases that have already been decided. It's the NCAA and the powers that be trying to turn back time. The SAFE Act doesn't really address most of the issues that need to be addressed. It really kind of just focuses on athlete compensation, which is fine. Neither of them will work. There needs to be some kind of compromise. That's how government's supposed to work, on compromise. It's been that way since the very beginning of our republic, but we've forgotten that along the way somehow. And so stop asking them for help. Make your own rules that you've learned. The courts of the United States and the laws of the United States that exist for you to write your own rules. Stop living in the past, live in the now, and and work for the future. Write the rules based on the court decisions that have happened and the laws of this land that protect the rights of citizens, and do that. Stop trying to be robber barons and turn back time. Write rules that you know will not get challenged in court, or you feel way more confident will not get challenged in court, and pay your lawyers to do that instead of losing in court every time you walk in the damn door. Number 2, move for football and basketball only conferences. Look, we're not going to put the genie back in the bottle realignment wise, but one of the things that's hurt us, and I, as the college football czar, would say I would like football, basketball only conferences, and I would like the other sports to go back into regional things. We're not getting football and basketball back that way. As much as Cody Campbell wants it, I don't think it's ever going to happen. These schools would not have made that decision if that were the case. So since we can't turn back the time all the way on that, let's make the sports that don't make as much money better suited to make money or not lose as much money. The College World Series in Oklahoma City was the logo I picked for softball. You cannot have softball teams going coast to coast all week long during the year. I almost think basketball could benefit from this as well. I just know that's too much of a moneymaker to stop the back and forth. But when you have a team on the West Coast that has to go to the East Coast and back to the Midwest and then back home in a week, that's not productive for college athletes to do. Professional athletes do it, and that's fine. They get paid way more in most cases than college athletes. But let's not pretend like that's good or that's cost effective, because if you're going to compare it to the NBA or something like that, well, the NBA is billions of dollars a league. That's a different thing than colleges who make varying amounts of money on their athletic programs moving all around the country. And number 1, playoffs are 12 or 16, pick one and go. I'm not an AQ guy. I'm not a multiple AQ guy. Your conference champion gets in. The rest of it is left up to whatever system that we build to decide that. Strength of schedule and all those things are accounted for. But it's 12, it's 16, it doesn't go above 16, and we leave it alone and go and stop fighting about it. Make a deal that makes everybody happy and move on. Also, a deal that makes everybody happy should reward the teams that are actually in the playoffs and the conferences that are actually in it. They shouldn't get rewarded more even if they have less teams in it. That's kind of insane. Say the SEC or Big Ten has a down year and only gets 2 teams in, and the ACC or Big 12 does actually get 4 teams in. It could happen in the future. You don't know. Things are changing. Well, why should the Big 12 or ACC get less money still in their college football playoff share than the SEC and Big Ten, because they negotiated this out before a lot of the rules changed? So make the college football playoff equitable as much as you can and move on. Well, that's what I would do. Now, is this all a pipe dream? Of course it is, because I'm a reasonable person, which is why I don't work in college athletics. That's going to do it for us. The carnival starts right now. We're spinning a wheel.